Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal with the news. And on the Value Chain TV News Update, we start with story from NCDMB, when the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, have emerged as top performing agencies of the year 2024 Half-Year Transparency and Efficiency Compliance Report. Chat Moses shares more details.
Special Advisor to the President on the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, Jumoke Oduwale, disclosed this during a press conference held by the Council in Abuja. The PEBEC report assesses the performance of various ministries, departments and agencies in delivering efficient and transparent services to the public. In the report, NCDMB came first with an 80.1% score, Standard Organization of Nigeria with a 78.2% score, and NAQS with a 74.8% score. Oduwale stated that the report saw a significant increase in the number of NDAs scoring above 50% in their efficiency compliance, rising from 8 MDAs in 2023 half-year report to 20 in the current period. The report, which covers the period from January to June 2024, ranks MDAs based on their compliance with Executive Orders 001 on the promotion and transparency and efficiency in the business environment, signed into law in May 2017. While commending these agencies, Oduwale emphasized the importance of continued improvement in service delivery across all MDAs to enhance Nigeria's business environment. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
And on the energy news, stakeholders have condemned 6 state governors, including Ekiti, Ebonyi, Jigawa, Yobe, Nasarawa and Bayelsa states, for spending about 160 billion naira on airport projects that they describe as unviable. Some industry players have also advised that the facilities be converted into skill acquisition centers for the benefit of the citizens. Few Nigerians share their thoughts on the development with Value Chain TV. The report.
Well, my candid opinion about the whole matter is that, when you look at the way the country is, you see that the whole system is in a mess. It's not only the governors, even at the federal level, we are doing so many unnecessary things, overlooking the very important ones. And I think spending 160 billion on airports is definitely not what we need in the country at this point in time. I would advise the governors to, this is part of the system, the bad system we have in Nigeria. People go into elective positions without actually planning or having a vision for what they will do for the people. You understand? So when they get into these offices, they do unnecessary things. If I take a look at my state, I come from Enugu State. Our governor, within a year, is building 260 smart schools, 1 in every ward. He's also building 260 primary health hospitals, 1 in every ward. He's building roads, he's bringing in investment. So my advice to these governors who are wasting the precious people's funds is to look inward, because the country is in dire need of help.
We don't need this kind of thing now. Why? Because we are suffering. May federal government stand up very well and talk to those people. Talk to these people. We are suffering in Nigeria, but they are there gather the money for themselves, which is not good for this country now. We are suffer a lot. We are suffer a lot for this kind of thing. This is the way they are doing. May federal government stand up very well, so the federal government will talk to them, or that they will hear federal government advice. Why? Because now poor man now cannot talk to them, so that they will not release him poor man. Why? Because unless federal government talk to them, federal government has to stand up very well and talk to this kind of people.
I think that's what Nigeria need now, because if you see the way things are going, people are suffering, a lot of people are hungry. So what the country need right now is food and security, because these two things work hand in hand. If there is security, food will be available. If there is food, there will be no insecurity. So what government, where they need to invest now is insecurity, so that people can be able to go to their farm what they can eat and fend for themselves. Even if government do not provide mechanical equipment for them to farm in their farm, they can even use their hand and farm and get food for their family. And once this is done, everybody will be happy.
Moving now to energy news. The host communities of Nigerian producing oil and gas, HOSTCOM, have criticized the current 3% allocation from oil companies, calling it insufficient to address the development needs of their communities. HOSTCOM President Benjamin Tamaramebi, during a press briefing in Abuja, urged for an increase in allocation, citing the growing economic challenges that have rendered the existing percentage inadequate. Under the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, oil companies are mandated to contribute 3% of their operating expenses to Host Community Development Trust, which finances projects in the host communities. However, HOSTCOM is advocating for a high percentage to ensure fair resource distribution and promote sustainable development in the oil-producing regions. Away from that, the Olu of Warri, His Majesty Ogeme Atunwase III, has conferred the Group Managing Director GMD of UTM FLNG Offshore Limited, Julius Rohn, with the inaugural Royal Order of Iweri Distinguished Honor. The UTM boss was honored alongside other accomplished Isekuri personalities in a grand ceremony held at Agofin, the Palace of Oluwari, to celebrate the third coronation anniversary of the monarch. The Assets Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, has stated that selling the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company to credible investors is the only path to improving its efficiency. AMCON Managing Director Benga Alade made this assertion during an interactive session with media executives in Lagos. Alade, who assumed office 5 months ago, revealed that upon reviewing the cases before AMCON, the power sector stood out as critical concern. He emphasized that no economy can progress without a stable power supply. And on the international scene, Chinese foreign direct investment, FDI, in Africa has surged in recent years, with Beijing significantly expanding its global trade and credit lines through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative BRI. In 2023 alone, up to $21.7 billion was invested in Africa, particularly in energy projects, where China is becoming a dominant player. Recognizing the growing influence of Chinese investment, the African Energy Chamber, AEC, has revealed plans of conducting a working visit to Beijing, China, for economic discussions. A delegation led by AEC Executive Chairman NJ Ayuk will engage in bilateral meetings with Chinese government officials and private sector leaders to discuss investment opportunities, bankable projects, and China's expanding role in Africa's energy sector. Moving now to sports. Senior officials of the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) have said that the decision to appoint Germany's Bruno Labbadia as the new coach of the Super Eagles was not unanimous. They allege that it was a unilateral decision taken by NFF President Ibrahim Gusau and the Sports Minister John Eno, as against the claim in an NFF official statement that both technical committee and executive board endorsed Labbadia's appointment. In another development, about 20 Nigerian track and field athletes are amongst 1,700 participants from 134 countries competing at the 2024 World Athletics Under-20 Championship in Lima, Peru. The young athletes will compete at Estadio Atlético de Valadina between Tuesday and Saturday. Several of the participating athletes will be making their international debut in Lima, while for some others, the path to Peru was through the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And with that, we conclude the Value Chain TV News Updates. I am Kabir Lowell. Thanks for watching.